So this woman is about to assassinate a famous pop star. So let's call her Yo. And Yo's around 30 years old, she's living in Texas, and one night in the early 90s, she's at a concert, and there's this local act on stage. And Yo is blown away by the singer. She keeps calling Dad over and over again. She really wants to be close to the singer. And so finally, after about 15 phone calls, Dad finally agrees to let her start an official fan club. So Yo starts working on this out of her home, and she's running this fan club, and she's going to concerts, and she's signing people up, and the fans pay a membership fee, and Yo will then send them posters and t-shirts and stuff like that, and she legitimately does a good job running this club. At some point, Yo screws everything up. She starts skimming money from the business. I mean, she's managing the finances for the clothing boutiques, and she's still managing the finances for the fan club, and she starts writing checks to herself. Meanwhile, Dad, who's still managing Selena and the whole business, he notices that there's all this money missing from the boutiques and from the fan club. So he investigates, and he discovers all those checks Yo was writing to herself and a bunch of other evidence, and he's like, this asshole is stealing from us. And so, bam, he relieves her of her duties with the company. And this is where everything starts to go wrong. Because this is when Yo goes out and buys a pew-pew. And Selena learns about this, and she is not happy. And she's like, I need those financial papers now. Stop bullshitting. And Yo is just not gonna hand them over. And so they start arguing, and Selena gets really mad, and she's had enough. She pulls out that pew-pew that she had bought before, and she points it right at Selena. And Selena's like, oh shit, and she tries to run away, and then blam, Yo shoots her right in the back shoulder. Meanwhile, police, they show up to the motel, and they're now looking for Yo. So they search around, and they eventually find her in the parking lot sitting in her red pickup truck. And police are like, come out with your hands up, or whatever. And Yo is like, nah, I'm just gonna unalive myself. And as all this is going on, Selena, who's at the hospital in critical condition, she unfortunately passes away. She was only 23 years old. Yo is still in her truck in the motel parking lot in a standoff surrounded by police. She does give up, and police swoop in and bam, they arrest her. Here's her mugshot. And she ends up going to trial, and she's found guilty, and she gets sentenced to life in prison.